a couple of inches north of Champaign, and a high tomorrow just 31. Clearing off colder in the teens tomorrow night, and sun-filled but cold Saturday, brisk northwest wind 29. But we're back to 41 Sunday, 46 Monday, into the lower 50s for Tuesday, mid-50s Wednesday, rain middle part of next week, and then some colder air lurking for late next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm Greg Soldier.
I heard the gunshots. I thought they were fireworks at first, and everyone, people around me thought they were fireworks, and then everyone started screaming, gunshot, gunshot.
The number of shots, the time in between them, the motive, all of that is still actively being investigated. We are working to determine if one of the three are the one that was in that video where fans assisted police.
Kansas City Police Chief Stacey Graves says 3 people are in custody amid an investigation into a shooting at the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory parade that left 1 person dead and 21 others injured by gunfire, including children.
Our investigators are working with all of the surviving victims to connect them with loved ones.
Officials say 8 people had injuries characterized as immediately life-threatening, noting they've recovered at least 1 firearm, not sharing details, and asking anyone with information or video of the incident to come forward. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
He's President American Principles Project, GOP strategist Terry Schilling. You ever play baseball? Because I'm throwing you a curveball, brother.
How's it going, Stevie?
It's Terry Schilling, who's originally from the Quad Cities. But now he's chosen the swamp, or near the swamp. What does American Principles Project do?
We are the premier political organization defending the family, right? So it's just like the NRA, except we do family. So any politician that is taking away parental rights or putting weird porn books in schools or keeping us from protecting our kids and their innocence, we go and unelect those people and then replace them with pro-family champions. And we then leverage that into passing laws in the states and then at the federal level. So we've gotten 24 states to protect girls' sports, 22 states to protect kids from these gender surgeries and puberty blockers and all that. And the next big fight that I'm seeing a lot of momentum on is protecting kids from porn online with age verification. We've already gotten that done now in 8 states, and I think we're going to add 5 to 6 more this year alone. So it's moving. I just don't know if it's moving fast enough to turn this country around.
Well, you're doing your part. You're working toward it, and God bless you for the efforts, because it feels like this is a minority. That's where I'm feeling our country is. The shooting in Kansas City, help me. Talk me through it. What I want to do to the people that did this is not Christian. And I'm so angry about it, but I don't know what to do about it, because whoever did this, if there's ironclad, we'll call it ironclad evidence, and with this there's videos and all kinds of forensics, I'm sure, that will come out that these were the shooters, then I don't know. I guess you're for life, you're going to pound rocks, or you can choose the firing squad. I mean, you give them a choice, but they've got to be punished, Terry. We're not punishing people. There's no consequences. The family is failing. Talk me out of this.
No, the family is failing, and it's all by design. The laws that we've passed, the laws that we've had the Supreme Court get rid of and make null over the last several decades have incredibly strengthened the family. And in turn, they've weakened society as a whole. Right? We don't even the next generation doesn't even want to get married now. They don't even want to have their own kids now. That's crazy. That's extinction. That's what that is. That's a desire to become extinct.
I think it's evil. It's an evil force that is trying to swamp America. I know the numbers are much greater on the good side. It just doesn't feel that.
Right.
Well, I also think that a huge part of this is because American Christianity has been so watered down and weakened that we think of Jesus as this hippie liberal that just wanted to hang out with sinners and prostitutes. That's not true. He would heal sinners and prostitutes. He would heal those that sought him. But he was all about justice. And in fact, there's several descriptive passages where he talked about how he did not come to unite. He came to divide father against son. He came to bring a sword, to purify the world with fire. And so when you see these shootings, when you see all this lawlessness, there's the most Christian thing to do right now is to start enforcing the law aggressively. Send these people to their maker and let God sort them out, because he will. You know, I've been listening to 2 songs lately, mostly Toby Keith's "Beer for My Horses," you know, that duet he did with Willie Nelson. It's all about putting people down when they break the law, and you can't let criminals run your streets, otherwise the good people are the ones being persecuted.
Yeah.
Right? That's anti-Christian itself. But, and then there's Johnny Cash's God's Gonna Cut You Down. Those two songs are very Christian in their nature. They're all about order and law and justice. God is a God of justice, not just mercy. And mercy without justice is cruel and unusual punishment. And that's not me saying that. That's Thomas Aquinas.
Well, and again, and Jesus said, forgive you of your sins, but sin no more. Right? I mean, you're forgiven, you're repenting, but you can't go out and do it again. You can't, I joke about Mardi Gras where you sin, then repent at midnight. I mean, you don't do that, and you do it every year. And so we've just got a crumbling foundation that is just very, very evident. And with all the craziness, I mean, we got mental illness problems galore. I mean, it's a troubling time, and I think social media exasperates it.
Exactly.
And definitely accentuates what necessarily isn't the majority, but it feels like it.
No, that's exactly right. And look, all of these problems are because we got this God-sized hole in our hearts and our souls, and we're trying to fill it with everything but Him. Right? When you try and fill it with big pharmaceutical drugs, you're going to get more mentally ill and unstable. When you try and fill it with social media, you're going to become a narcissist. You're going to become your own God, right? Everyone's their own God today. Everyone thinks that, everything that they do is perfect. No one thinks about themselves as possibly being wrong or possibly doing evil or possibly causing harm. Everyone says, well, I'm a good person. Tucker Carlson had this, he did the interview with Putin, but then he did an after interview where he was asked about that. And he said something that really hit home with me. He said, well, the guy asked him, why weren't you harder on Putin? He said, well, I was pretty hard on him, but I will just say I went into this not wanting to do what every other journalist does when they interview these guys, which is to basically make the argument, I'm a really good person, I'm a better person than you, why aren't you as good of a person as me? And you look at some of these interviews that come out today of these hard-hitting dictators, and they're not even that anymore, right? These journalists are now praising the dictators. And it's really sad, but it's all because we don't have God. We need Jesus, and we don't even know who He is anymore. I saw that the Super Bowl had a lot of, they had some good ads, but the ad that really bothered me was this He Gets Us ad, right, where you're showing Christians all over washing the hands and feet of unrepentant sinners. That is heresy, right? Jesus didn't wash the feet of sinners. He washed the feet of the apostles, the people that were closest to Him. Right? He converted sinners. He healed sinners. He healed people with afflictions, but only if they came to Him. Jesus would walk through towns and He would hold events and He would go where He was invited, but He didn't go where He was not invited. And I'll tell you something, there were images in there of people washing feet of people outside of abortion clinics. Jesus is not invited into abortion clinics. He's not. He's not welcome there. They hate Him there. And He would love if they welcomed Him in because they could shut Him down, but I don't know. I think that Americans have lost all knowledge and understanding of who Jesus actually was as a person. I don't think Jesus is actually that easy to love. He should be because we were made for Him, but He's tough to love. It requires a lot of self-reflection and a lot of introspection into looking at your own flaws, and that's tough. That's a really hard thing to do.
I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty easy to love when you're talking about, loving other people, healing them, forgiving them, and showing them how to live. Those are good traits. Those are really good. And the fact that you have Jesus Gets Us, I'm just glad Jesus is on the screen.
Right.
At this point, it's like going to church and being a zombie. At least you're in the house.
Yeah.
That's a start. At least we have a chance. Terry Schilling, how can people find you?
Just AmericanPrinciplesProject.org, or follow me on social media on all the platforms. It's just Schilling 1776, SCHILLING 1776.
Keep the fight, bud. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for being on.
Stevie.
All right, you bet. Terry Schilling is his name, ESPN 93.5. I got 1 minute, so go ahead.
Okay, well, Illinois women at Penn State with a 5 o'clock tip-off tonight. Yesterday, Michigan State over Penn State in men's basketball, 80-72. Maryland took down Iowa 78-66. That's who we face at 4:30 on Saturday in College Park. Number 14, Illinois, gearing up for that game. Northwestern's at Rutgers tonight. We had Wisconsin beating Ohio State yesterday, and Chris Holtman promptly fired after the game. So Jake Deibler will take over as interim coach for the rest of the season.
It just kind of sends a message saying you just can't be 4-10 in the Big Ten if you're Ohio State.
That's
so
it.
They're just even an interim. What's going to do that? Just speculation who's going to get the next.
The wrestlers are coming to town starting at noon today. 672 coming to state at the State Farm Center.
Awesome. Weather brought to you by Busey for over 150 years. Busey, member FDIC. We'll take a cautious look at the markets here coming up. It is 7:19.
Low again, everyone. Let's check weather free Central on Champaign and Ben this Saturday, and the first of a couple of cold fronts on the move. And with that, tended shower activity, even a rumble of thunder to the northeast. By the late morning, it's a sun-filled day and a stiff west-northwesterly breeze. More substantial cold air and low coming our way for the day tomorrow. Serves up a little wintry precipitation, but just as quickly, temperatures modify, moderate, more rain back in the forecast here, and early spring-like feel for that matter through mid next week. But today, clearing off early on this afternoon after some lingering shower activity for the next hour or two. Temperatures to about 47. They may slide a bit on a west-northwesterly wind at 15 to 25 and gusty down tonight to 27. Tomorrow, much colder, becoming cloudy early on. Light snow by the afternoon. Accumulations of an inch, maybe 2 inches, and some mixed rain south of us. High to about 31. Clearing off sharply colder. 17 for tomorrow night. Mostly sunny, just 29 Saturday, but recovering to 41 Sunday. 40s on Monday. Lower 50s Tuesday. More rain next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Since Busey Bank first opened our doors in 1868, we have built upon a tradition of close relationships and broad financial capabilities. Our experienced team provides the highest level of personalized service to ensure we accomplish your goals, simplifying your wealth management and business lending needs and ensuring a legacy for generations. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Varney, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Deere & Company shares are lower after the maker of farm, construction, and turf equipment reported upbeat earnings but expressed caution about this year. Though Deere's business declined from the year before, it was holding up better than Wall Street was predicting. TripAdvisor shares are gaining, up 5%. TripAdvisor made a profit in the recent quarter as business improved, and it's also looking into selling the business. Fastly, the cloud computing company is losing ground. Its business was disappointing in the recent quarter, so was its forecast. Money app AppLovin reported a better than expected quarter. It's optimistic about this year. Airbus shattered aviation industry records last year for new orders. Its backlog is the longest in U.S. history. It expects the highest ever production rates in 2 years. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosolda, invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
5 inches of rain by tomorrow.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
Choosing the right real estate agent can make a huge difference if you have a timeline and you kind of want to stick to it and kind of want to sell your house. Well, Nate Evans and the Nate Evans Group can help you get that home sold or buy what you're looking for. They hire experienced agents, and Nate Evans gets the job done.
Yeah, and if you're ready to sell your home, you can start by knowing its true value. So Nate's new home value estimator is free and easy and a great way to just get the ball rolling. So you hit that Get Home Value button as you go to NateEvansGroup.com to get things started. Talk about your timeline. Call the only agent I would call if I needed to sell my home. It's Nate Evans. The number's 217-239-7113. Nate Evans of the Nate Evans Group with the eXp Realty can sell your home for the most money possible. A friend you can trust. Just do an online search to Nate Evans Group and start packing.
Sell your home.
On Friday, July 26th, Josh Turner and Tiger Lily Gold are coming to the Champaign County Fair. Tickets go on sale February 16th. Win them before you buy them with Stevie Jay Broadcasting. as you text in FAIR to 217-359-2255. Win them before you buy them February 16th. Josh Turner at the Champaign County Fair, Friday night, July 26th. ChampaignCountyFair.cc for details.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a chance on the Stever to get a night's sleep that maybe you've never experienced, as in good.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is your life like when you don't sleep? When the triplets were born many, many years ago now, we didn't sleep much.
Mm-hmm.
And we found that was kind of life-changing.
You get a little delirious.
Well, you get a little different on everything. You hear things differently. Your health isn't as good. Sleep is huge. Well, from Kelsey Furniture, they have a Tempur-Pedic bed down there, and it might be something you want to look into. The beds are not cheap, but I'm giving $1,000 today to somebody that wants to go to Kelsey's in Tuscola and try it out. You're not committing to buy it, but you just might. Because when you get on these beds and Brian or somebody else great down at Kelsey goes through the little motions and you know that if you raise your head 30%, I think it eliminates your snoring for most people.
Okay.
If you do it's gravity-free. I can't get the term right.
Anti-gravity?
Anti-gravity.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently your lower back, your lumbar, if you have kind of issues there, it's going to feel like you're floating.
Every time you do that, I improve my posture when we talk about this sort of thing. But downtown Tuscola for Kelsey's at 215 North Main Street if you want to experience yourself.
And we have done these testimonials from people who across the board, they don't just say, yeah, it's good, they rave. Like the jumping up and down in front of a DJ, rave.
Yes.
And so it's a real opportunity. We had to call Tempur-Pedic corporate headquarters to get this approved because they don't discount their beds.
Right, they're so good.
If you see a discount on a Tempur-Pedic, it's discontinued, which is fine in a lot of cases.
Mm-hmm.
But this is $1,000, and nobody's ever given $1,000 off this bed. I'm the only guy in the history of the world right now doing this.
Mm-hmm.
They called me in Chicago and said, can we do Stever in Chicago? I said, there's more elements that are involved.
Yeah.
First of all, people trust me to tell them the truth.
For sure.
And if this sucked, I wouldn't talk about it like this.
And you have to follow up. You're doing a survey.
There's a lot of work here involved, people, to get you to do this just to make sure that this is something you're ready for. But I'm just telling you, I'll be very candid. It surprised me across the board how people have been so happy with this and how in some cases, this is dramatic, but their life has changed.
Yep.
Because if you wake up after 5 or 6 hours of straight dead on sleep, you're going, woohoo, I feel great.
Yeah.
What's that like? Listen, it might be time. You've been talking about it. It's a lot of money. You'll spend at least $3,000. It'll be $2,000 if you take my $1,000. And that's at the basic level bed. They can get higher. But you need to go see them. That's the point. Get down to Kelsey and Tuscola. It's on Main Street. And if you are interested in being my person today, you text in bed to 217-359-2255. You text bed, and we'll consider you, and maybe you'll get the selection today.
Just went to kelseyfurniture.com. Exceptional customer service and the best prices since 1959.
Been around a while. It's Dwight David Eisenhower was the president of the United States when Kelsey Furniture opened their doors. So anybody interested in a bed today, it's our Stever, the program where I, Stevie Jay, hand you money and you get to spend it and keep the stuff. Today, Kelsey Furniture's Tempur-Pedic bed. Why not try it? It's fun. 217-359-2255. And again, you're not committing to buying it. You're committing to trying it.
That's right. Text the word bed.
All right. John Decker Day. He'll be up next. He's watching the Super Bowl. Here's the president's coming back to Delaware.
Oh, boy.
Go run in the rain.
Get on my raincoat.
Yeah.
Leave my comfort of the home.
And shout a question that he doesn't answer.
That's right.
He keeps walking because it's raining. What a glamorous life it is being a White House correspondent. Oh, boy. I get to run to the White House. The news next. John Decker after that.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Are you tired of getting the short end of the stick and always being stuck with cold water for your showers? Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing is here to help. With current tax incentives and rebates, you can save up to $900 on a high-efficiency tankless water heater, unlimited hot water, and saving on your energy bills. It seems like the best gift you could give your home. With the current promotion of 0% financing for qualified applicants, you can't afford not to call. 217-841-4728. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Bet like the pros with the world's largest sports book right at your fingertips. Circus Sports is now available in Illinois. Hi, I'm Derek Stevens. I've been a lifelong sports bettor, and I'm the owner of Circus Sports. We're excited that the Circus Sports app is now ready for action. Experience big app bets with high betting limits, tight money line splits, and more. Now you can download, fund, and bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circusports.com. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana invested in our community since 1908. Before you buy your home in 2024, we invite you to speak with one of our experienced lenders, Jack, Jim, Kim, or Lane. Experience the convenience of working with a local lender with local service, decisions, and loan underwriting in our comfortable offices. Visit us to experience the exceptional friendly service from our knowledgeable staff. Hey, if you're not already banking with us, give us a try. We think you'll love it here. We do. 356bank.com. First Federal. Member FDIC.
I'm Stuart Varney. And this.
120.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
DJ Papa, KC Police Chief Stacey Graves says 3 in custody. At least one weapon has been recovered by police, but didn't give a motive or reveal their identities of the suspects allegedly behind the mass shooting of the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade.
I'm heartbroken.
That's Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas. One person is dead, a local, beloved radio station DJ, and more than 21 others injured, including 11 kids, 9 of which suffered gunshot wounds. House Intelligence Chair Mike Turner describes a serious national security threat. He wants President Biden to declassify intel related to it.
Sources tell me that the threat does concern Russian capability, noting the potential seriousness is grave, but it's not immediate. If Russia did put nukes in space, it would break the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, which bans nuclear weapons in outer space.
Fox's Brooke Singman reporting. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A teen is pleading guilty to spray painting racist messages on swastikas on headstones in Champaign in November. Dominique Coca entered the guilty plea Monday to 2 counts of committing a hate crime in a cemetery, sentenced to 2 years of probation. Police say the 18-year-old spray painted racist messages and swastikas on headstones at St. Mary's Cemetery. He also spray painted a swastika on a sidewalk. New COVID guidelines reportedly in the works could mean the removal of the 5-day isolation period for those who test positive. In a new report from the Washington Post citing 4 agency officials and an expert familiar with the discussions, the U.S. Health Agency preparing to loosen its COVID isolation recommendations for the first time since 2021. A dog is dead. It follows a fire in Champaign. That blaze broke out Tuesday in a single-family home in the 1400 block of Briarwood Drive. The cause of the fire is under investigation. The good news, There were no injuries. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. Weather with Greg Solier, our meteorologist, brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you deserve the best in heart care. The Heart and Vascular Institute offers specialized care to keep your heart healthy and happy. Learn more at carl.org.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign event and vicinity. Shower activity clearing to the north and east. Sunshine to the west and south. Coming our way by the mid to late morning and a mostly sunny, windy and cooler afternoon. About 47, and temperatures may slide a bit over the mid to late afternoon. That west-northwest wind, you'll feel it shortly. 15 to 25 and gusty. This is cold front number 1. Lows down to 27 for tonight. Much stronger cold front and low coming at us for the day tomorrow. Quick clouding up and some snow certainly by the mid to late morning. High temperatures up around 31. There may be perhaps a little bit of rain mixed in south of Champaign with some of that snowfall that amounts to an inch or two. Highest totals to the north. We'll see that snow out here by early tomorrow night, clearing sharply colder down to 17. Mostly sunny, January-like levels on temperatures at 29, but 41 then, recovering on Sunday, Monday into the 40s, low to mid 50s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. More rain scheduled for the middle and late parts of next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Well, it's February 15. Hope you had a great Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday yesterday. But today, my friends, is Thursday. John Decker. John Decker. John Decker. I want to talk to John Decker. He is the one we know. I want to talk to John Decker. He's at the White House in press room.
John Decker. John.
Yes, children singing his song from combines now. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Gray Television's, Gray, Gray Television's White House correspondent, national correspondent, kind of a big deal. John Decker, good morning.
Hey, Stevie, thanks a lot. Hope you're having a great week, a great Valentine's Day. Thanks for having me on today.
Well, you're dipping your chip in the guacamole. You get the word the president is flying during the Super Bowl from Delaware back to the White House. Your job is to go stand in the rain and yell a question he won't hear.
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty glamorous stuff, bud. Pretty glamorous stuff. So you go down there watching.
Yeah, glamorous stuff.
Yeah. So what you just, how many journalists did that?
I would say maybe 4 or 5 of us max. I think that was the number. Yeah, very few people. It's Super Bowl Sunday, Stevie. I mean, gosh.
What was the question you wanted to ask the president? I asked.
No, I did ask him as the president, as Marine One is landing on the South Lawn.
Yeah.
Literally, as it's landing on the South Lawn, Patrick Mahomes throws that winning touchdown pass that wins the 3rd Super Bowl for the Kansas City Chiefs. So the rain is coming down, Marine One is landing, and I'm watching the winning play on a small cell phone. And as President Biden and the First Lady walk from Marine One to the residence, I yell out to the president, and he heard me. I said, "Why are you so disinterested in the Super Bowl, Stevie?"
And of course, he kept walking.
He did.
Well,
he laughed. He smiled.
Listen,
he laughed.
Let's be candid. He's not going to win Missouri, so what does it matter? He's not going to win Missouri. Okay, it's over.
Yeah, but it's the Super Bowl. It's 123.4 million people across the country that tune in and watch the Super Bowl. You don't have to be a Kansas City fan to watch the Super Bowl. I'm not, but I watch because I love the Super Bowl.
No, it's a big event, and here you are committed to go stand with the other guys next to you behind the silly rope. Everybody knows everybody. Yeah. Come on, calm down. Anyway, John Decker doing his job as a journalist. I don't even know what to say about Kansas City. I'm so distraught this morning and saddened that we have people that go to a celebration with however many in Kansas City and shoot kids. It's just sickening. It just, how does a journalist?
I agree.
Do you handle a story like that without being emotional?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I've done this. I've covered this story for too long and so often that, to a certain extent, I think like a lot of Americans, whether you're covering it or not, you become somewhat numb to it. It's unfortunate that we're becoming numb to it. I've been to locations of mass shootings. I think many years ago at Virginia Tech, I traveled with President Trump after that mass shooting that took place at the synagogue in Pittsburgh. I traveled with President Obama after that mass shooting at that church in Charleston, South Carolina. It's just happening too often and too regularly.
Wonder, and again, it'll never happen, but I wonder if you never covered these stories with video, but just kind of a reader, would it happen as much? Is it copycat? We have a lot of mental illness out there too. People wanting to be some famous or some infamous. I don't. I don't know what. It's a very complex issue. I have no idea what to do about it except pray and hope that divine intervention changes the hearts of men and they heal a lot of people. We need a lot of healing. We're just messed up. There's a lot of messed up people.
I agree. With everything you say, and it's unfortunate. I've been to a Super Bowl winning parade with the Philadelphia Eagles a number of years ago, and I think about the mood of the people that come out for a parade. It's just such a good feeling, such a happy feeling, and I can't imagine all of that just being wiped away because of what happened yesterday, in Kansas City. I feel so badly for that community.
It's a rare moment of unity. Everybody's happy for a minute.
That's exactly right. You describe it so well. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a rare moment of unity, which is so special because, unfortunately, it's not going to last. But you enjoy it. You enjoy that moment, and the community enjoys that moment. And to see it ruined like it was yesterday because of this shooting is just so unfortunate for the people of Kansas City.
Well, and it's just, I mean, forevermore now, we're going to go to these parades and, it could be another, that kind of thing, too. It's terror.
I know.
It's terror. It truly is.
Yes.
Okay, John Decker, the impeachment of Alejandro Mayorkas, I've been really down on messing around with this. I guess it keeps it in the front. You're going to, I don't know if the committee in the Senate will dismiss it. If it goes to trial, I mean, you'll have witnesses, and I guess it exasperates the problem the Democrats have with their border because it's going to illuminate fentanyl and all the things going on and keep it in the news. There's that, I guess.
Well, I think that you expressed what the belief is for those Republicans that voted for the impeachment of Secretary Mayorkas. Does the impeachment make the problem go away? No. Will it lead to the removal of the Secretary of Homeland Security? No. And the reason being is because the numbers aren't there to convict and remove Secretary Mayorkas from his position as Secretary of Homeland Security. So it's a political act more than anything. I guess the Republicans feel this draws attention to this issue. But look, we're talking about this issue regardless of what happens with Secretary Mayorkas. With a record number of migrants coming to the U.S.-Mexico border last year, and thousands on a daily basis. We're talking about the issue regardless of this impeachment of the Homeland Security Secretary. So, I think that the difficulty for Republicans is being, I guess, described as a do-nothing Congress, and that is, I think, the concern of Republicans who are running in this election cycle. Certainly every House member is running for re-election, but, it's also those that are running in the Senate being described that way. You want to point to something that you did, and this isn't something that helps people's lives necessarily. It's just, saying, hey, look what we did with Secretary Mayorkas.
Yeah, well, again, it's nothing's going to happen, and if anything ever happened, they just put another guy in there you don't like either way. Whatever. It's
well, and that's exactly right. Let's just say, if Republicans got their wish, you'd put someone else to replace him as Secretary of Homeland Security, and that same person would be carrying out the same policies of President Joe Biden. So, that's why it's really a political act more than anything else.
Okay, so the Joe Biden and the special counsel and all of this stuff, it's probably not going away, and I don't think it gets better. I don't know how Joe Biden can prove himself to say, wow, he is good. I don't know how you can do that.
Well, the way you do it, the way you or I would do it is, you go out there, you take questions, you sit down for an interview with CBS for the Super Bowl, you go out there talking with voters, talking with reporters, all the things that you do to say, hey, I'm fine. And he hasn't done any of that. And in fact, he decided not to do an interview with CBS, which would have been seen by tens of millions of people across the country that want to tune in and watch that type of interview.
But wouldn't it be like me going to Wimbledon? If I could get it in bounds at 150 miles an hour, then I'd win because nobody could hit it. He can't do it, John. He is too risky. I mean, he's always kind of been a gaffe machine when he was doing really well, coherent. But now you just can't risk it. It's just too much, and they know that. He knows that. The question is, can he remain president?
Well, yes. The answer is yes. He's running for re-election. He's not indicating in any way that he's rethinking that decision. He's going to be traveling tomorrow, finally, to East Palestine, Ohio, to visit that community that is still dealing with the aftermath a full year ago from that train derailment and that environmental disaster. So he's going to be going to a community that is not very fond of Joe Biden. It went overwhelmingly for Donald Trump, but the job of president is to be president to everyone. So, I guess you could say better late than never, but, at least he's going to be going to East Palestine, Ohio tomorrow.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can get arrested for heckling, but I don't think they even care he's coming. They'd rather have him come, they said, after he's out of office next February. That's what the mayor said, right? Yeah. I don't think it does anything at this point. I don't know why they didn't do it earlier. Do you? I have no idea.
No, I don't know. He's visited, many communities in the aftermath of all types of disasters, wildfires in Maui and hurricanes in Florida and floods in California. No reason why this happened February the 3rd of last year, and tomorrow is when he's finally going to visit this community. And I think that it's a head scratcher as to why you wait that long. I don't understand that.
All right, and finally, great television's ace journalist, White House correspondent, big star, Tapman's Towing phone line. It's John Decker. I wake up this morning hearing that Russia might be able to blow up my satellites. What the heck? What the heck? It's like this is news this morning. Russia's got something where it could nuclear my satellites, and it's freaking out people. And is it Jake Sullivan going to talk this morning coming in? I mean, it's just really in the last couple of hours.
He spoke yesterday.
Okay.
He spoke yesterday in the briefing room. He's the national security advisor, I would not be surprised, quite frankly, Stevie, if the U.S. has the same capability that Russia has, but even better. Look, I question why the House Intelligence Committee chairman, Congressman Turner, would choose to disclose this information in the manner that he did, and these types of things that you have closed door congressional hearings about. So the timing of it's odd to me in terms of making this type of announcement. He's the one that essentially broke what he believes is news as it relates to this issue.
I guess it's the same reason we don't know about Area 51. We'll freak out, right?
There you go.
There's spaceships and aliens over there is what I heard. Come on, man.
I heard that too.
All right, so John is someday going to write a book. You're going to write a book someday.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
You'll write a book because you've just and you've been doing this since Bill Clinton. Is that correct?
Since the first term of Bill Clinton. That is correct too. Yes, long time.
Makes
a lot of presidents.
Makes me do math because you look 40.
Right.
So I don't.
He started when he was 15.
Don't really get it.
There you go. Right. I was the
very young,
youngest person.
So I've decided to take the liberty as his new agent.
Yes, please.
Talking to 60 Minutes Now for you.
I appreciate it.
FYI. Of his title. I said, I'm going to come up with a good title for you. And so I think your title, I know you're working with it, but I think it's brilliant. And I was going more for the Edward R. Murrow, kind of the serious big voice sound kind of thing.
Okay.
Okay, let's hear it. I can't wait. I like the build up. Yes, sir.
Buy the new book, Resolute. One reporter, inside the White House, one reporter's fight to keep credibility in journalism. John Decker. I mean,
look at you.
And I need you to be standing by the Resolute desk in the Oval Office.
Yes.
And if they won't let you, we'll fake it. And you can buy a duplicate desk, and we'll make a.
We'll fake it.
Yeah, we'll fake it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's all good.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that you are resolute. You're very resolute.
Uh-huh.
You get it done. You ask hard questions of both sides, which is exactly what I need my watchdog to do.
Yes. Well, thank you. That's a great compliment. I think that's a fine title. Look, nothing is set in stone, so we'll see. I will run it by you, as you put it, Stevie, my agent, before I choose that title.
Yeah.
And I like the.
What we'll do with the Super Bowl thing is you'll chop her in first. So then the White House will have, you'll chop her in, everybody go, who's that? It's just John Decker, because that's his deal. He's got a great agent. So you're going to chop her in first. And then if Marine One will follow. So
I like that.
He'll be
that makes a lot of
circling his
sense.
own house just to get in because you have to go first.
That's nice. Yeah, I think that's the way it should be.
Taking care of my people. All right. Well, listen, you keep up your fine work, and the problem with your book's going to be it's going to be longer than the rise and fall of the Third Reich. So.
Okay, that's a long move. That's a long book.
760 pages or something, but you've got so many. How many pictures do you think you have that are pretty cool to see? I mean, 1,000?
Oh gosh,
you had a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot there. Yeah, but they're all interesting. They all have interesting stories behind them.
Yeah,
so that's what I think makes
got a
it really
ton of. You really do have some inside stuff that nobody else has, and you get to walk through life kind of 10 feet away. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it is. Absolutely. And look, this presidential election cycle just getting underway, so more interesting times ahead, Stevie, in the weeks and months ahead leading up to November.
You might as well spin the roulette wheel to find out, because this is unpredictable. This is truly unpredictable. All the things that can happen between now and then. I'm going to stand really firm on Joe Biden won't be it, and I think there are forces within, whatever you want to say, the cabal, we'll just have to tell them. They'll put the pressure on Hunter, whatever it's going to take for him to say, I want to be with my family, I've served my time. I just don't think he'll do it. I just think there's a serious problem here, and the Democrats know it.
Well, look, you've maintained that. I like that you're sticking by your guns in that prediction, that forecast. You might be right. I mean, there's always that possibility. I just think it's a rematch, as things stand today. It's a rematch of Trump versus Biden.
If you said Stevie Jay and John Decker, 100% of the people are going with you, okay? 100%. 100's not, you're getting nothing. 0 votes.
But the thing of it is, think about horse races. If everybody went with the favorite, I mean, that's not the way that things work out. We know that. The long shot wins sometimes, right?
It could be a smoky room. The old days of figuring it out, like the Lyndon Johnson fight of 1960, all that stuff going on.
No one smokes anymore, though.
That's true. They'll be doing, what do they call the thing? Vaping. They'll be vaping. Yeah.
They'll be vaping,
exactly. John Decker, keep up your fine coverage of great televisions. You're the #1 guy out there on the White House beat. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Stevie. Have a great day, great weekend. Thanks, Diane, too, and we'll talk next week for sure.
Thank you. John Decker live near the swamp. He's in the swamp. He's near the White House.
Right.
He lives just down the road from the White House. So convenient for him to get wherever he was doing, probably somewhere in Washington watching the Super Bowl. Got the text that the president's coming. And, like 4 others. The rest of the people said, no way. It's raining and he's not going to answer anything anyway. So he just went in case, because sometimes they walk over. Donald Trump always walked over. Donald Trump, nobody. This is the first time that's happened in 58 years where a president is flying in before the Super Bowl game is over. Nobody's done that.
Right.
Okay, 7:50. We'll check Greg's weather coming up.
On Friday, July 26th, Josh Turner and Tiger Lily Gold are coming to the Champaign County Fair. Tickets go on sale February 16th. Win them before you buy them with Stevie Jay Broadcasting. As you text in FAIR to 217-359-2255. Win them before you buy them February 16th. Josh Turner at the Champaign County Fair, Friday night, July 26th. ChampaignCountyFair.cc for details.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Well, our check of weather with our meteorologist, Greg Solier, brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
And they remind you the photo Best in Show is on display now through February 25th at Lincoln Square. Plus, Meadowbrook with their playground switch that's going to be occurring. They have a Prairie Play date February 17th starting at 1. So take note.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central on Champaign-Urbana this Saturday, and the first of a couple of cold fronts on the move. And with that, tended shower activity, even a rumble of thunder to the northeast. By the late morning, it's a sun-filled day and a stiff west-northwesterly breeze. More substantial cold air and low coming our way for the day tomorrow. Serves up a little wintry precipitation, but just as quickly, temperatures modify, moderate, more rain back in the forecast here, and early spring-like feel for that matter through mid next week. But today, clearing off early on this afternoon after some lingering shower activity for the next hour or two. Temperatures to about 47. They may slide a bit on a west-northwesterly wind at 15 to 25 and gusty down tonight to 27. Tomorrow, much colder, becoming cloudy early on. Light snow by the afternoon. Accumulations of an inch, maybe 2 inches, and some mixed rain south of us. High to about 31. Clearing off sharply colder, 17 for tomorrow night. Mostly sunny, just 29 Saturday, but recovering to 41 Sunday. 40s on Monday. Lower 50s Tuesday. More rain next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Looking for a place to host a corporate meeting, intimate gathering, or a large-scale celebration? If so, the University of Illinois' Alice Campbell Alumni Center offers the perfect space and staff to make your function a success. A few rooms offered at the center include the Elegant Ballroom, the Richmond Family Gallery, and the Premier and Professional Executive Boardroom. For more information on renting a space at the Alice Campbell Alumni Center, visit uiaa.org/alumni-center or call 1-800-355-2580. Go Illini!
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
All right, so Nathaniel's my son in Chicago, who does Did You Know?
That's right.
Was
That's
on
a Thursday special.
He was in Denver last night, and his flight was delayed.
Okay.
So I think he got back to Chicago, but honestly, I'm not 100%.
Right.
So anyway, no Nathaniel's son today, due to his flight and travel stuff.
I am hearing later on, though, Tim Onstadt will talk about injecting meat and prepping it for the barbecue season.
Yeah, he does everything. He knows all the tricks. It's our barbecue guy, our barbecuologist, our champion brisket maker, Tim, next hour, 8:35. All right, so an 18-year-old from Great Britain. Let this be a lesson to all of you boys and girls, moms and dads. So before a flight, this 18-year-old joked in a chat on Snapchat.
Okay.
And as he boarded the flight, he told his friends, "I'm going to blow up the plane."
Oh, no.
Now, this is on Snapchat. And since it's Wi-Fi, guess what?
They're on to him.
Intercepted by intelligence agencies, the takeoff happened without incidents. However, they scrambled 2 Air Force fighters to go and escort the plane.
Oh, boy.
He's facing a $100,000 fine.
Whoa.
So don't mess with joking about a bomb or blowing up a plane.
I remember, the word bombed can be, a slang for getting drunk. And I was doing a Mardi Gras on the Mountains promotion, taking a bunch of people from Louisiana to Colorado. And we were leaving, and that happened. That they were saying, I got bombed last night.
But this is before 9/11.
Yes.
Yeah, so that everything changed after 9/11.
But still, they had to detain the flight and do the security stuff.
Wow. Well, in the last 10 or 15 years, my son Benjamin had a speaker, like you have speakers that you listen to, and it was shaped like a bomb.
I see.
And it was black, and it was, like the old cannonball.
Round. Okay.
And he wasn't very old, maybe 8 or 9. And I said, honey, what are you doing? He says, I want to take this on the plane. I said, I don't think that's...
It just doesn't have a good look to it.
We had a keychain from Pearl Harbor that had a bullet on it, and security took that away. It was a keychain.
Wow.
So anyway, be careful what you say.
Absolutely.
One other thing before the news here, one of our stars this year is Marcus Domask.
Yes.
Came from Southern Illinois. Mm-hmm. There's something that Joey Wagner put on X.
Okay.
Formerly known as Twitter.
Uh-huh.
In the age of NIL, guard Marcus Domask, what does he drive? What do you think Marcus Domask, guard transfer from Southern Illinois, what is he driving? And you can imagine, it could be anything, right?
Okay.
What does he drive? Anybody at all?
I'm sorry. I just looked it up, the Pontiac Bonneville.
It's a 2005 Pontiac Bonneville, and it doesn't run very well.
That's right.
He says, there's a lot of stuff wrong with it. I just focus on things that matter. Let that be a lesson to all of us, boys and girls, moms and dads.
And he's posing next to the white vehicle.
Yeah.
So...
Okay, another
gets
hour
him
to
around.
go.
It's all good.
It's
focusing on the things that matter.
He is massively likable as a player, and apparently, and I saw him coming into church beginning of the season with Luke Goody, who was on last night with the boys.
Right.
If you missed that, you can go to StevieJay.com and listen to the podcast. Luke Goody's always good. They were walking in, they look like bookends. 6'7", the same build, the same kind of look. Yep. I get them confused on the court.
I do too. So I have to look for number 10, number 3.
Anyway, and all I said was welcome to Champaign. But just a nice looking kid and just nice. He just has an aura of friendly. And he's got great parents too. His parents have they've been so excited about being here, and they said that we pray for their son in the right ways. It's all good. So the Mask family is very happy that they made that move. And Southern Illinois lost.
Joey just posted this inside the hour, and it has 28,000 views already. You go, Joey. That's awesome.
It's just a great story in this age of what you're driving.
Marcus Domask, go Illini.
Yeah, I don't think he's necessary. I don't know if he gets paid. I have no idea what his. Everybody's got a deal,
right?
But apparently he didn't get a car deal. So, and he doesn't seem to mind.
That's right.
And you just like the humbleness and the non-pretentiousness of all of that.
So we've got Maryland Saturday at 4:30. Make sure you make arrangements to see that. I haven't looked up if it's Peacock or what's going on with that one.
I think the Peacock thing might be over for this year. Anyway, I got to refresh the Stever on a new bed for you. Excellent. Stand by. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Shock and sadness. CJ Papa, Fox News.
People around me thought they were fireworks, and then everyone started screaming, gunshot, gunshot.
The innocence of a child robbed during a mass shooting during the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl victory parade. Cheers turning to tears. Fox's Bill Malusian.
Authorities say as of right now, at least 3 people are in custody in connection with the shooting. They've also recovered at least 1 gun on scene. The motive and what initially caused all this is still under investigation. A local hospital in Kansas City says they've been treating 11 children, 9 of which had gunshot wounds. Thankfully, we got some good news on that front. The hospital said that all of those kids are expected to survive and make a full recovery.
But a popular local radio DJ, Mama 2, identified as Lisa Lopez Galvan, was the person who was killed in the mass shooting. Kansas City Chiefs star player Travis Kelce posting on X, I am heartbroken over the tragedy that took place today. My heart is with all who came out to celebrate with us and have been affected. Casey, you mean the world to me. Calls for President Biden to declassify intel related to what's been described as a serious national security threat.
The House Intel Chair Mike Turner is calling on President Biden to declassify all information relating to this threat so that Congress, the administration, and our allies can openly discuss the actions necessary to respond to this threat. It's possible this information was collected using FISA Section 702, which the House was going to vote to reauthorize this week with amendments until Speaker Johnson pulled it from the floor yesterday. If that is what is happening, it would also violate a 1967 nuclear treaty covering nukes in space.
Fox's Peter Ducey, California Congressman Mike Garcia.
I can neither confirm nor deny the nation of interest, the technologies involved here, but I will say that in my 47 years of life, this is the most important national security issue that this country has faced.
The Republican on Fox Business. America is listening to Fox News.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower use for adults only.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Fox News.
Former President Donald Trump expected to be in New York City courtroom today. The judge set to decide key issues in his alleged hush money case, which could start in March. It's the first of 4 criminal indictments to go to trial. Meanwhile, in Atlanta,
an evidentiary hearing moves forward today in Fulton County to consider allegations made by one of former President Trump's co-defendants in their election interference case. Michael Roman says District Attorney Fonnie Willis hired Nathan Wade as a special prosecutor, and the two then began a romantic relationship. Roman's attorney said taxpayer dollars that went to pay Wade were used to fund lavish vacations for Wade and Willis.
The state has admitted a relationship existed, and so what remains to be proven is the existence and extent of any financial benefit, again, if there even was one.
Judge Scott McAfee said he would rule on whether or not to enforce subpoenas for Willis and Wade after he hears from Wade's business partner. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
He didn't waste any time responding to Donald Trump. The special counsel, Jack Smith, wants each Supreme Court to reject an emergency application filed by Mr. Trump, who's looking to further delay his criminal trial in the case the feds claim he was trying to change the results of the 2020 election. It's a monster bill worth north of $95 billion, but does it have the legs to slide through the lower chamber?
Democrats demand that House Speaker Mike Johnson schedule the foreign aid bill for a vote, but he's resisting so far. Johnson takes a dim view on aid for Ukraine. He says 70 Senate yeas for the bill do not matter to him.
We are not going to be forced into action by the Senate, who, in the latest product they sent us over, does not have one word in the bill about America's border.
Democrats want Republicans to help them bypass the speaker. They want to put the aid bill on the floor using a discharge petition. It's a procedural gambit which goes around the leadership.
That's Fox's Chad Program. Retail sales for January declining 0.8% last month. I'm CJ Papa. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Starting in 2027, cities and towns throughout Illinois will have 20 years to identify and replace all lead water pipes, but Decatur already has started the process. Any water line that has or has had lead will be replaced. In Decatur, most properties built after 1940 should not have a problem. Special Olympics Illinois proud to announce the return of the coolest event of the year, Law Enforcement Torch Run Polar Plunge, to benefit Special Olympics athletes at a Lake of the Woods in Mahomet on Saturday at noon. Last year, the Polar Plunge raised more than $2 million. 14th ranked Illinois completed the regular season sweep over Michigan with a dominant win over the Wolverines, 97-68. Terrence Shannon Jr. scored a game-high 31. Fighting Illini improved to 18-6. They'll hit the road to face Maryland on Saturday nights. Way to go to the Illini basketball program. And that's a look at what's happening. Have yourself a great Thursday. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
All right. Thank you, Jim Miller. All of our guests appear on the Tamas Towing phone line. Our meteorologist is Greg Solier. And you said a little colder here, perhaps, huh? Because I sure like what I'm doing. I like it tipping at 50s in February and 2 more weeks till March. I kind of like all this.
No, well, your wish and desire will then, sir, be granted. It is just a brief little reminder this season, much as the way the winter season has gone, the typical trademark textbook mantra strong El Nino, the cold of the winter is relatively short-lived in this particular latitude. Just exactly the way it will play out around here for the day tomorrow and into the front part of the weekend. Weather system number one, cold air, if you will, not much to really speak of, but readings are back in the 20s and 30s to our west and northwest, but offset by increasing February sunshine around here. We'll see just that. Some thinning, some breaks of the overcast. Full-fledged clearing is out west of the Mississippi, but rapidly moving our way, as well as the showers and thunderstorms out of areas east of South Bend, west of Fort Wayne. Snow bringing down an inch or two of accumulation into parts of Michigan, and a pretty good covering, at least in coverage, of an inch or two from Wisconsin back across the eastern Dakotas. That little next secondary system is the one that may generate a little snowfall around here, and probably will do so tomorrow for about a 6 to 7 hour time frame. And then cold to start the weekend. Big turnaround next week on temperatures. Speaking of which, 45 Willett and Savoy, 46 Rantoul. We'll eke up to about 47. Readings may slide back a little bit this afternoon as skies clear during the mid to late morning and a sun-filled afternoon on a brisk and gusty west-northwesterly wind. 27 tonight, just 30 to 31 tomorrow. Snow by afternoon, an inch or two, probably 2 inches to the north, an inch here, lesser down to the south, a little mixed rain. But we cleared off rapidly tomorrow night, turned colder 17, 29 in a brisk northwest wind and sun-filled for the day Saturday. That's January-like. 41, though. That's better Sunday. 40s on Monday, 50s Tuesday and Wednesday, and some rain for the middle part of next week as well. Steve J. broadcasting AB Rochus, Greg Solgay.
All right, partner, thanks so much. ESPN 93.5, Hour 2. Glad you're listening. Illinois plays at Maryland, 4:30 on Saturday. I might pull out the reverse trash talk for that one, too. You guys beat us all the time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you do it? I can't possibly compete. Can I get a picture with you? You're so tall. You're so good. I know the stands are empty, but I'm sure somebody will throw a chicken sandwich at Coach. That happened last time.
That's right.
When they played Iowa last night, the whole end zones were empty. It's like nobody's going to Maryland basketball. There's no way they should have beat me, and there's no way they should beat me Saturday. Time to put the hammer down and said, we control this one. We're going to assert ourselves, and we're going to play a good basketball game. And if we play a good basketball game, they can't stay with me. So there. Okay, 8:09. So the Tempur-Pedic bed. You have a chance to buy one of these and get $1,000 off today.
To me personally, it just puts me to sleep.
This is Stever.
I wake up. I'm not tired. I am rested up. It just wraps around you like a nice, tight rubber band.
Why don't you want to be wrapped like a rubber band, for crying out loud?
There you go.
And then there's this.
When I was in college, we actually, Olivet Nazarene University, we all got to sleep on Tempur-Pedic beds because of the Bears training camp. So they all had Tempur-Pedics. And so I kind of got used to it in the 4 years of living at Olivet. And I got done with college, and I'm like, man, my bed stinks. I'm like, I'm going to go look at these Tempur-Pedics. And then so listen to you in the mornings while I'm driving to work, and I heard the thing for it, the ad for it, and I was like, well, I'll try to get that.
And he did.
That's right.
And he got it. He said he hasn't had a bad night's sleep since.
I love it.
And then this is most typical. This one is like what particularly guys would say this.
So we went to Tuscola to check on the bed, and Tom knew that he just wanted a mattress, regular old mattress. So the lady was showing us all the beds, and she told him to lay it. She was going to put him in zero gravity.
Zero gravity.
And the minute she did that, he just started smiling. He got new beds with the adjustable frame.
I laugh. So anyway, I'm doing $1,000 off. You can't get this anywhere else in America or the world. I'm the only guy that got clearance from Tempur-Pedic, the company itself, to do a promotion where I help people get into your bed. So, if you are interested in my $1,000 off one of these beds, simply text 217-359-2255. Text bed.
Okay.
And you'll have to get down to Kelsey Furniture next week or so and try this thing out. You're not committing to buy it. You're committing to trying. We think once you're inside the building, you'll love it. Okay, so Kansas City Chiefs had their big thing.
Yes.
And, of course, there had to be people shooting people.
Yeah, it was towards the end that DJ Lisa Lopez Galvin was shot dead. Lisa G on KKFI radio in Kansas City died. 22 people shot. 11 kids between 6 and 15 years old.
So far, 1 dead. I thought there were a couple in critical, 2 or 3 in critical. So here's raw, because everybody had a camera. So somebody caught it, and you hear this guy say, "I tackled them."
No, we tackled him. We tackled him. Yeah. When we tackled him, the gun came out.
The gun came out when we tackled him.
Who's on the gun? Back up. Hey, I got the gun.
Just chaos. Then he's wondering where the other guy went. Here.
You filming this? Yeah. Who was the other guy that helped me?
I don't know. I think he took off already.
Who's the other guy that helped me? I think he took off already. You'll never know that.
Right.
If he doesn't want to be known. But they had, I think they had this fellow on Fox News this morning talking about it. I mean, your reaction, you have no idea how you react to stuff like that. Here's a guy that said, "I'm going to get this guy." I mean, your instinct is probably to run. Particularly if you have a family. You want to get your family down and get out of there.
Right.
And that's what people were doing. And it was right at the very end. It was just like over, people starting to go, and then pop, pop, pop. You hear if you heard the live gun, I mean, a lot of shots. And they have 3 in custody. They're sorting out what the heck, why. Everybody wants to know why. I don't know if there'll be a why. Maybe there's something else going on. I don't know. Gang violence? I have no idea.
Right. So
it's just heartbreaking what it does to a moment in time when 99.9% of the people are happy. Probably can't get everybody. For some reason, somebody's mad about something. But otherwise, it's like the Olympics used to be that. But for some reason, we can't even get happy for the Olympics because somebody took a stand on something.
Yep.
And they're against transgender sports.
That's right.
Something.
Somebody's
doing something. So
Mm-hmm.
when you have in Kansas City a celebration for the Super Bowl champions, there's the best chance you'll ever get at complete unity. We're happy. That's the common denominator. And it's so brief. We just don't get that much anymore. 217-359-2255. You always text us. You're always welcome. 814 with some sports headlines.
Our Illini women in action at Penn State, 5 o'clock tonight. You can take note of that. Our Illini men will take on Maryland at 4:30 in College Park on Saturday.
Can we get Shauna Green on sometime?
I keep meaning to. No.
I just would like to. I just want to really encourage her. Not that she needs my encouragement, but she's a great coach. And her mistake was winning too many last year.
So the bar was high.
Well, listen, and it's going to be
there.
high again. I just think she knows everything about what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I have 100% confident that she's one of the. I mean, I thought she was a flight risk, and she still might be at some point when she takes the Illini to crazy levels.
Oh, yeah. That reminds me, since we're talking women's basketball, about Caitlin Clark and Iowa. Tickets are $3,000 a piece to see this game tonight because
Caitlin, because of the record,
she could break the record tonight.
Oh,
I think
boy.
she only needs 8 points, and of course she averages about 30 a game.
Yeah, well, she'll get it tonight, and there's unbelievable what she's done to college women's college basketball.
That's
I mean,
right.
Quite a transformational figure, and if she's eligible to come back, and I think she has another year, totally. She's already doing $700,000, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But her value, they say, is 1.8. So she can probably up the State Farm and up all the things she has now. She's and there's a little jealousy going on about, she can't do that in the pros. I don't know. Who says that?
That's right.
I mean, she's really good. Boy, she launches some deep threes, though. I mean, sometimes you just go, why so far?
She could be the NCAA women's basketball all-time leading scorer, I'm reading. A standout player, women's basketball for a number of years, will likely pass Kelsey Plum's record of 3,527 career points when the Hawkeyes play Michigan's Wolverines tonight. She's currently 7 points behind the former Washington Husky star on that scoring list.
They're trying. I think she's going to break Pistol Pete Maravich's record all time for scoring in college. However, it truly is apples to oranges. Pete Maravich averaged 44 points a game without a three-point line. And he only got to play 3 years because back in the day, freshmen weren't eligible to play varsity.
I see.
Pete Maravich was the greatest scorer in basketball history outside Wilt Chamberlain. But Pete was a guard. And that guy could do anything with the ball. He was the Globetrotters on steroids. I mean, he was an unbelievable basketball player. He died at age 44 playing pickup basketball. But he was a sensational Pete Maravich, look him up.
Okay. Well, leading up to this game, because you didn't know when she was going to reach this threshold, it was $394 a seat to see a historic game in Iowa City. But it is bumped up there now because so many people want to see this moment. And, you know, every time we talk about Caitlin Clark, I feel like we need to mention Elise Knutson, Unity Rocket, who's been doing
the second
so
best
well.
scorer. She's in D3, but she could have and probably still could play in D1 easy. She's a scorer.
That's right.
But that's the greatest scorer we've ever had in Illinois.
Had Cleveland.
And frankly, going to be second to Caitlin Clark. She's not going to probably get 3,500. I don't know where she is now, but Elise Knutson is the real deal. She averages 28, I think.
Yeah.
28.
That's right.
Unreal.
It's incredible. So Cleveland beat the Chicago Bulls 108-105. Pacers over Toronto 127-125. Milwaukee is in Memphis tonight at 7:30. Chris Holtmann was fired as Ohio State's basketball coach after Wisconsin beat Ohio State yesterday. That final was 62-54, but looks like Jake Deibler will serve as the interim head coach for the rest of the season on that. He had his contract through 27-28, and there's a $12.8 million buyout for the Buckeyes having to do that.
Are you happy? Are you happy with $12 million? Sure, you're glad you don't have to mess with money, but you failed.
Right.
You are a failure from the standpoint of your career. Yeah. You had some good seasons. He was great at Butler. He was at Butler before, and he was a terrific coach.
$12.8 million. I'm a failure, but still, I'm going to be taking more.
But if you made a good deal with your lawyer, but you didn't succeed at your profession from the standpoint of you got fired. Now, I think most coaches get fired. Not all, but most have some sort of a run-in with the AD.
Yeah.
You're not doing well enough. You're not winning enough games. It's just very, very common in the coaching profession, particularly that high pay. But the question is, I know $12.8 million solves, the generational problem of money, which is nice, but that's not going to make you happy. I think success tops money. If you are successful, generally that brings money. And he was successful, but it wasn't as long as he needed to be. Anyway, yes, new coach. Why do they do it now? I guess to just say I'm done with you in case you won the Big Ten tournament, I'm done. So they wanted to get it done.
I guess.
8:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, event and vicinity. Shower activity clearing to the north and east. Sunshine to the west and south. Coming our way by the mid to late morning and a mostly sunny, windy and cooler afternoon. About 47, and temperatures may slide a bit over the mid to late afternoon. That west-northwest wind, you'll feel it shortly, 15 to 25 and gusty. This is cold front number 1. Lows down to 27 for tonight. Much stronger cold front and low coming at us for the day tomorrow. Quick clouding up and some snow certainly by the mid to late morning. High temperatures up around 31. There may be perhaps a little bit of rain mixed in south of Champaign with some of that snowfall that amounts to an inch or two. Highest totals to the north. We'll see that snow out here by early tomorrow night, clearing sharply colder down to 17. Mostly sunny, January-like levels on temperatures at 29. But 41 then, recovering on Sunday, Monday into the 40s, low to mid-50s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. More rain scheduled for the middle and late parts of next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Business report.
Americans pulled back on shopping last month. Retail sales declined in January, down 0.8%. Economists were predicting a drop because cold and wet weather in large parts of the U.S. kept people from shopping last month, but the decline was even larger than forecast. The weaker January retail sales numbers follow a strong December. Also, new claims for unemployment benefits declined last week to 212,000, though continuing claims, those still receiving benefits, rose to 1.89 million. Jeep's parent company Stellantis says it was impacted by the UAW strike last year. It still reported record sales. It's buying back more than $3 billion worth of stock. Stellantis believes this will be a turbulent year, but says the company's resilient. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network, the Fox News Rundown. A contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Your daily dose of news twice a day. Going far beyond the headlines. Tapping into the massive reporting resources of Fox News to provide a full picture of the news of the day.
I'm Dana Perino.
I'm Brett Baer.
I'm Maria Bartiromo.
I'm Brian Kilmeade, and this is the Fox News Rundown. Subscribe and listen now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, this is Chris Jackson with Kramer Siding and Window. And whatever your project, you can count on Kramer Siding to offer you the best products backed by the best warranties in the business and a lifetime of great customer service. And right now, you can save 10% on roofing, sunrooms, and decks, get 15% off gutter helmet, and you can save 25% on preservation siding, windows, and doors. So call today or visit us at kramersiding.com and let's get started on your project.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow right here in Champaign-Urbana can switch you over so you can start saving today. Kurt and his team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. It's easy to switch and save. Just give them a call when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Justin Ike, co-owner of Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, Electric, and Underground.
So, Justin, tell me what you see as typical when it comes to sewer repair. Give me a scenario.
Your sewer's backed up and somebody comes along and says, you need this repair for X amount of dollars. Here's my price. And you don't think to go looking for another company or a second opinion because you don't feel like you have time.
So is it possible that you might get charged a little more because it's kind of a desperate moment? Do some companies do that?
Oh, absolutely they will. They know you're in a pinch. Typically, if you call us, me or Will can be out there within an hour to look at that problem for you. Whether you call me first or you call me second, make sure you give me a call.
Anything else, Justin?
You can always trust Fred's.
Great to know. Thank you. That's Justin Ike, the co-owner of Fred's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Electric, and Underground. If you want more information about this great 45-year family-owned company, just go to fredscu.com. That's fredscu.com. Maybe something you didn't know. Bringing you hope and joy. Hope Lives Youth Ranch. It's near Monticello. Mm-hmm. Their mission to use equine-assisted mentoring, that's horses, to help youth recover from trauma, build resilience, and find purpose in a Christ-centered environment of love and encouragement. Emily Reichman, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Tell me why you started this.
Well, I just really saw a need in the area. So we decided instead of doing another riding lesson program where we would just make money off of it, we decided to use the horses to help mentor kids with anxiety and depression and trauma. And it's really cool to watch the horses help them build tenacity and confidence in themselves.
What is it about horses that touches people?
I think it's different for everybody. For me, it's just their quiet presence. It just makes me feel so peaceful. And, if a horse is having a bad day, you just have to let them have a bad day. So it teaches you a lot about just rolling with the flow, and not everything's going to go the way you plan, but it's still going to be fun.
So, how many children have been out to your ranch?
We usually have about 25 every summer, and I think we have had 75 through the years. Everybody, new ones come, old ones come back, so it's cool.
How do you know it works for them? Do you know tangibly that it's changing some lives?
Definitely. I had a little girl with a very traumatic background, and her mom said she didn't smile anymore. She just wanted to see her smile again. And 10 minutes out here snuggling with the donkeys, she had the biggest grin on her face, and it was just really cool to watch that transformation.
So you got some horses.
And not all of them are.
Horses and a donkey?
Oh, yeah, we got some donkeys.
I was in a donkey basketball a long time ago, and I went up to the guy and I said, your donkey doesn't let me ride. He said, that donkey can be ridden. And he walked away and he said, maybe not tonight, but he can be ridden. Anyway, Emily, so you got a fundraiser, and Diane, you've been out there.
I have, and we really enjoyed our experience out there, Emily. Thanks for doing this. My son Aiden has this kind of nature where he loves animals, and we had him as a pet pal at the Humane Society and things like that, and his young days. And with him having autism and things like that, he has a connection with animals. And he did when he was out there with your horses and donkeys. So thank you for doing this. This masquerade ball is coming up on the 24th from 5 to 8 at the Monticello Community Building. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, so we're trying to raise money for an indoor arena. That way we can serve more students. We can run programs all year round, even in the winter. And it'll let us partner with some veteran therapy organizations. So this masquerade gala is our first kickoff fundraiser for the project, and it should be a lot of fun.
So what do you do to get involved? Do you have to wear masks and things like that?
You don't have to wear a mask if you don't want to, but I put the opportunity out there. There's going to be a creative mask contest, so the winner is going to get a $30 gift card to the Brown Bag restaurant in Monticello. We're also going to have a silent auction with some really amazing donations. There's a Blackstone griddle, some auto detailing packages, and some jewelry by Caitlin Hicks Design. So it's going to be amazing.
Awesome.
Well, I hope it goes really well. How can people find out more information about this, Emily?
And get some tickets.
Yes. So our website is hopelivesYouthRanch.org, and you can get tickets under the events tab there. And then you can also find it on our Facebook page, which is, I believe our call tag on that is Hope Lives RR. So that's easy to find. And then if people cannot come and contribute to the gala, they can also donate to our GoFundMe.
Okay.
Well, hope people help. And Emily, good having you on again. Horses pretty smart.
Yes, very smart.
So they know when you're home and Mama's around, they know?
Uh-huh. Yep. As soon as we pull in the driveway, they all start yelling. They're hungry.
So fun. Emily Reichman, thanks for joining us. Good luck. Hope it goes well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Pretty cool. Again, it's hopelivesYouthRanch.org. I'm looking at some of the pictures and how the donkey just calms some of the kids interacting. There's some littler kids that are doing some mentoring sessions and riding the horses out there right outside of Monticello. And again, the masquerade ball is coming up on the 24th in the Monticello Community Building.
I dragged the whole radio station to a donkey basketball game.
You did?
Horribly unpleasant.
Wow.
That hurt.
Yeah.
They're throwing you off into the gym floor.
I know. And
it really hurt.
And when you are running on the donkey, it's bounce, 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 bounce.
No, it was zero fun.
Right.
They quit doing that. That was 40 years ago, though.
Well, and they had to get, the shoes had to be rubberized shoes on the donkey's hooves.
Zero fun. But that was kind of a hot deal in the 70s.
It was.
There was a lot of donkey basketball.
I remember it.
And then maybe
Unity.
PETA was formed or something. And
this isn't
that donkey can be ridden. Maybe not tonight, but thanks a lot.
The things we used to do back in the day, Stevie.
All right, the news will be next. We got Tim Onstad, our fantastic brisket champion.
Barbecueologist.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you how you get your meat ready to go. Stand by, 8:30.
First Federal Savings Bank of Champaign-Urbana invested in our community since 1908. Before you buy your home in 2024, we invite you to speak with one of our experienced lenders, Jack, Jim, Kim, or Lane. Experience the convenience of working with a local lender with local service, decisions, and loan underwriting in our comfortable offices. Visit us to experience the exceptional friendly service from our knowledgeable staff. Hey, if you're not already banking with us, give us a try. We think you'll love it here. We do. 356bank.com, First Federal. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 435120.
On Friday, July 26th, Josh Turner and Tiger Lily Gold are coming to the Champaign County Fair. Tickets go on sale February 16th. Win them before you buy them with Stevie Jay Broadcasting. As you text in FAIR to 217-359-2255. Win them before you buy them February 16th. Josh Turner at the Champaign County Fair, Friday night, July 26th. ChampaignCountyFair.cc for details.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. Kansas City Chiefs players and coaches comforted kids after 22 people are shot at their Super Bowl victory parade.
One person was killed, a local radio DJ, Lisa Lopez Galvan, a mother of two. Her station sang, "This senseless act has taken a beautiful person from her family and this KC community."
Fox's Jeff Paul. Police have 3 people detained. Former President Trump's in New York for a hearing in his criminal hush money case. In South Carolina, he says it was on purpose that he mixed up the names of his rival for the nomination, Nikki Haley, and former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi at a rally in New Hampshire.
They said he didn't know Pelosi from Nikki, from Tricky Dicky. He didn't know. I interposed, and they make a big deal out of it. I said, no, I think they both stink.
We referred to Haley instead of Pelosi, complaining about security during the Capitol riot. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Authorities investigating the cause of an Urbana house fire. It began this week near West Elm Street and Kohler Avenue. Firefighters were able to bring that fire under control within about 10 minutes. The good news, no injuries reported, but that home still is habitable. Illinois Manufacturers Association launched the 5th annual Makers Madness contest on Wednesday. Makers Madness is a bracket-style tournament to name the coolest thing made in Illinois. Presented by Comcast Business, the competition celebrates the work of manufacturers across the state. Nominations for the coolest thing made in Illinois now being accepted. Any product manufactured in the state's nominated. 14th ranked Illinois completing the regular season sweep over Michigan with a dominant 97-68 home win over the Wolverines. Terrence Shannon Jr. scored a game-high 31, finding Illini improving to 18-6. Illinois hits the road to face Maryland on Saturday nights. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana this Saturday, and the first of a couple of cold fronts on the move. And with that, tended shower activity, even a rumble of thunder to the northeast. By the late morning, it's a sun-filled day and a stiff west-northwesterly breeze. More substantial cold air and low coming our way for the day tomorrow. Serves up a little wintry precipitation, but just as quickly, temperatures moderate, more rain back in the forecast here, and early spring-like feel for that matter through mid-next week. But today, clearing off early on this afternoon after some lingering shower activity for the next hour or two. Temperatures to about 47. They may slide a bit on a west-northwesterly wind at 15 to 25 and gusty down tonight to 27. Tomorrow, much colder, becoming cloudy early on. Light snow by the afternoon. Accumulations of an inch, maybe 2 inches, and some mixed rain south of us. High to about 31. Clearing off sharply colder. 17 for tomorrow night. Mostly sunny, just 29 Saturday, but recovering to 41 Sunday. 40s on Monday. Lower 50s Tuesday. More rain next Wednesday and Thursday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever with award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Let's do a little housekeeping to start, Tim. So, March 28 is spring training ending and the regular season beginning.
MLB, baby.
However, the Cardinals play and will bump the boys' show. What are you doing March 27th?
Right.
Fellow, that's
it's
a Wednesday.
So but still, it's right before baseball season. We were thinking that might be a good day to have you.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever you guys want me to do.
Okay.
Whenever. I'm ready to cook.
It's kind of ready for the baseball to begin tomorrow kind of party.
And if you brought that and put it outside, it would absolutely downtown Philo. Woof, man. And
if we can figure out the logistics of getting our competition rig in there, I would do it right there, and it'd be a practice cook for us, and just do the 4 competition meets, and you and the boys and Diane can
sample
and be our judge for a practice cook.
Yeah, I could practice being a judge. What I wanted to do is go on the circuit and just follow you around. Hell, he's the best, man. He's the best. And just do that.
Well, we do have a spare room in the hauler that you can hang out in.
But how do I get to be asked to be a judge and kind of vote for you because you are the best? Period.
You can go on the kcbs.us website and look up when judging classes are available and become a certified judge. They need judges all the time.
Yeah, well, there's that. And they probably get paid a lot of money to be a judge, right? A lot of money, right? $1,000?
I think that's all
10,000?
volunteer.
What? Say what?
And you get
No, let me look at my schedule. I am fully committed for the full year. I can't do it. Okay, Tim, what do we do? What do you mean about injecting meat? And now, of course, I know what that means, but for those that don't know, what the heck are you talking about? I've never injected a meat in my life.
Well, I run into people and ask me about it, and a lot of them have never heard of injecting meat. It's basically marinating the meat, which everybody likes to do and they've heard of, but marinating it from the inside out.
Well, be ding dong. I didn't know you could do that. I'll be darned.
And what you're doing is putting flavor and juice inside the meat so that it stays juicier on a long smoke. You know, if you're smoking something for 6, 8, 12 hours, it's going to lose a lot of moisture. And you're getting some phosphates and flavor in there and help it retain that moisture, and it just enhances the flavor.
Okay, so how would I do I go get a doctor's needle, or how does that work?
Actually, for brisket, we try to use a 14 gauge needle with the hole in the end, which that's basically a veterinarian needle. But for pork, chicken, we want no bigger than a 14 gauge, but a little smaller 18 gauge needle for brisket. That eliminates the track marks or reduces the track marks in the meat where you can see where it was injected, which is important for appearance on our competition stuff. But you can order meat injectors online. I would stay away from the ones with the great big needles that basically just rip through the meat and don't do a good job. But yeah, you can do that. You can buy injection. We get it in a powder and then mix it with whatever kind of juice or stock, chicken stock, beef stock we want to get flavor into that meat with. And we've even ground up some of our rub into a dust and dissolve that into there too. With pork, we use a lot of sugars. Sweet pork is good.
Sounds good. So how much do you inject in there? I mean, how do you know what's enough?
As much as it'll take.
I see.
The meat will tell you.
Spilling out.
Yeah, the meat will tell you. It'll swell up.
Okay.
All right.
And it'll start squirting out or oozing out when it's full. And we put in as much as we can get in.
Well, I think it makes sense. And so, is it always juicy when you inject it?
I would have to say yes.
Well, except maybe when I'm doing it, because then I dry it out anyway, something like that.
Well, I've seen some come out that wasn't real juicy, but I think that's more of their smoking process than it was their injection process. But
Well-
yeah, it does make a big difference.
So if I write meat injector on Amazon, it'll pop up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then it's
Yep.
just a
And
question.
if you're doing just a few, the regular meat injection syringe. In fact, if you buy the Tony Cheshires injection, that comes with an injector. Most cases I've seen, but if you're doing a lot of meat, you can do a pistol grip that saves your hands a little bit, and it's a little easier. I've even got one that has a manifold with 4 needles on it and an electric pump.
Oh my God!
If we're doing 15 or 20. Cuts,
sure.
That's a lot of work.
It
so
is.
It just saves time.
No, that's
But it ranges in price from $7 to $50. It looks like if
Okay,
you do a
looking
quick
it up. All right.
search.
Okay. Yeah, the problem is I can't do a thing without you, so I'd have to have you say, "Okay, I do what now? Where do I put this again?" Because I can't inject ribs. There's no meat.
We do. We have
what?
Before. Yes, you can inject between the bones. You just have to be careful and not go through the bottom side of the rib when you're doing it. And whenever you're injecting, you want to pull the needle back as you're pushing the plunger down so that it makes a channel in there and fills it up. And we've done ribs before. Yes.
Unbelievable. He's
You've eaten injected ribs.
Well, it was at the tailgate. It's phenomenal. I mean, they were moist and fall off. I know that not necessarily supposed to be fall off, but it's supposed to be tender but not fall off. Is that the official kind of
Yeah, we overcook them at things like that because that's what people expect.
Well, it felt delicious. I
Right.
liked. I mean, because exactly the perception is, well, it's not fall off the bone. Well, it's not supposed to be. So
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, but
Tim Onstott's a PhD, man. You're nothing but a best brisket maker
So
ever.
and you can use broth or juices or spice and water and things
Yeah.
like that. What do you prefer?
For brisket, we use our base as beef broth that we mix in a powdered marinade with. For chicken, it's a chicken broth, and we use turkey broth if we're doing turkeys, whatever. We like. I don't think just putting water in works out as well as getting the flavor inside.
Well, and I feel like when you use a broth, Tim, you have that kind of salt already in there.
Yes. Yep.
It's Tim Onstott. Okay, so dedicated diesel Dixie chopper will be mowing probably in a month and a half. What do you got? Any Dixie choppers to talk about?
Oh yeah, Donna's. She apparently likes presidents better than she likes love, because she came in and said, "Hey, the rest of this week and next week for President's Day, $1,000 off any mower.
What?
Go see Andy."
What the heck?
Go see Andy at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, and or give him a call at 217-328-0562 and tell him Donna said to give you $1,000 off any mower.
The heck kind of power is that? That's kind of cool. Wow. She just comes in and says that.
Go ahead, Donna.
Wow, way to go, Donna. Okay, so how are we doing at Gale Forex Trucking?
We're doing good. I've got 2 open spots for good company drivers for regional. We had 2 guys that apparently have done well enough they decided to buy their own trucks and lease on as owner-operators, so that opens up 2 company spots for us.
Wow. Well, that's a break for somebody that wants to be with a great company. Gale Forex Trucking, what's your email? People can contact you?
Contact me at timo@gftlog.com.
Hey, buddy. Always a pleasure. Well done. We'll talk. Thanks for being on.
Appreciate you guys.
All right. Appreciate you. At 8:43, Tim Onstott.
Our pit master and barbecuologist with GFT Trucking and dedicated diesel.
All right, 8:43. Check your sports headlines coming up.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less. When it comes to finding a reliable vehicle, look no further than Sarah Champagne, your trusted automotive destination. They carry a lineup of top brands, including Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. And they're not just about cars, they're about people. Their team is dedicated to providing you with trustworthy service and dependable vehicles that fit your lifestyle. Experience the difference at Sarah Champagne. Visit Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, Champagne.com. All right, 8:45, ESPN 93.5. We jump to your morning sports with Diane Ducey.
Illinois women in action in Happy Valley, taking on Penn State with a 5 o'clock tip-off. I'm going to try to work on getting Shauna Green inside the next week here on ESPN 93.5, Stevie, as you can be encouraging to her. As,
she doesn't need me. Zero, she needs me. But I just want everybody to hear that I think she's fantastic, and I would buy her stock big right now. It's not what we expected this year, but that's part of the building. It's part of the process. Sometimes you go up a sand hill, you slip back a little bit.
Right.
This is a program that's on the rise, and it's going to be different as long as she's here. So I'm excited.
Iowa women basketball in action tonight, taking on Michigan, and that game's at 7 o'clock in case you'd like to watch to see if Caitlin Clark beats the NCAA women's basketball scoring record of over 3,500 something points.
Well, that's another reason it was weird at Nebraska when they were buzzed about, well, we wanted to break this at home. It's a big event for Iowa.
I know.
Hawkeye.
And that game, didn't they yank her then? So she wouldn't. They didn't lose.
They didn't like verbally say it. It just like, I think they kind of want her to do this.
Right. Because I think she's within 7 points.
Well, she was, and then it was all discombobulated. They lost the game.
Right. Okay.
I think that kind of, whatever the thinking was, it was apparent something was going on.
Right.
So anyway, they've got a huge event at Carver Hawkeye that will bring in a lot of revenue having her at home.
That's right. Absolutely. Illinois men in action as the number 14 team in the nation at Maryland. 4:30 tip-off at College Park on Saturday. Maryland over Iowa 77-66 yesterday. Michigan State over Penn State 80-72. We also had number 20 Wisconsin take down the Buckeyes of Ohio State 62-54. And then after the game, Chris Holman loses his game. They fired him. He has
lost his job, $12.8 million.
Right.
What he gets
on the
out.
settlement, the buyout or whatever, because his contract was through the 27-28 season.
Wow. Somebody really liked him 2 years ago.
I know.
Wow.
Exactly.
I don't think Brad Underwood's that long. I think he's 2027. Right. Maybe he's 28. I don't know. Anyway, Chris Holman had it going for a while, and they haven't been very good recent years, so not good enough.
Speaking of good, Parkland wins 7 in a row now, and the women also beat Danville Area Community College. Parkland has their Hall of Fame coming up at the end of the week, and we have friends in Dave Ellers and Mike Lindemann who are getting honored.
Awesome.
Go Cobras.
Yep. 847. Stevie Jay here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to
Are you tired of shivering in the winter? Look no further than your local heroes at ABC Heating and Air Conditioning. Hi, this is Gina inviting you to give us a call at 217-352-5400 to book your appointment to make sure your furnaces run safely and efficiently this winter. We've been proudly locally owned and operated and have been serving our community for over 50 years. ABC, always be comfortable. Call me 217-352-5400 to book your appointment today or go to abcheatingandac.com.
Get ready to hit the road with confidence wherever your journey takes you. Clay Dooley Tire and Auto is here for all of your tire needs. Whether you're navigating the city streets or setting off on your next road trip, Clay Dooley has the perfect tires to keep your vehicle rolling smoothly. Find a great set of tires that fits your budget, plus take advantage of flexible financing options. Get the tires you need now and pay over time. Visit the Champaign location or call 352-4286 to talk to a tire expert today.
Invest in yourself and your money with a free rewards checking account from Fisher National Bank. Instead of losing a little each month in service fees and charges, wouldn't it be nice to earn on your money? Switch to Fisher National, where we offer 2.02 annual percentage yield on balances up to $20,000. No service fees or minimum balance required. Simply make 12 debit card purchases, agree to receive your statements electronically, and have at least one direct deposit in a monthly cycle to qualify. It's as easy as that. If an excellent APY alone wasn't enough, our free rewards checking also includes ATM fee refunds up to $20 and access to Reward Saver, which increases your earnings potential with 4.07% APY on balances up to $20,000. When you're ready to maximize your money, look to Fisher National, a bank ready to make the investment in you. See monthly requirements at any branch or visit fishernational.com. Fisher National Bank. Exceptional communities, exceptional people. Member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois Champaign event and this Saturday. Shower activity clearing to the north and east. Sunshine to the west and south. Coming our way by the mid to late morning and a mostly sunny, windy and cooler afternoon. About 47, and temperatures may slide a bit over the mid to late afternoon. That west-northwest wind, you'll feel it shortly. 15 to 25 and gusty. This is cold front number 1. Lows down to 27 for tonight. Much stronger cold front and low coming at us for the day tomorrow. Quick clouding up and some snow certainly by the mid to late late morning. High temperatures up around 31. There may be perhaps a little bit of rain mixed in south of Champaign with some of that snowfall that amounts to an inch or two. Highest totals to the north. We'll see that snow out here by early tomorrow night, clearing sharply colder down to 17. Mostly sunny, January-like levels on temperatures at 29, but 41 then, recovering on Sunday, Monday into the 40s, low to mid-50s Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. More rain scheduled for the middle and late parts of next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
On Friday, July 26th, Josh Turner and Tiger Lily Gold are coming to the Champaign County Fair. Tickets go on sale February 16th. Win them before you buy them with Stevie Jay Broadcasting. As you text in FAIR to 217-359-2255. Win them before you buy them February 16th. Josh Turner at the Champaign County Fair, Friday night, July 26th. ChampaignCountyFair.cc for details.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he had a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Yeah, Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola. That's what we're doing today. $1,000 off a Tempur-Pedic bed to one person. 217-359-2255.
How
Text in
are you
bed.
How are you sleeping?
Yeah.
I mean, take a look at that in Tempur-Pedic, and especially with the zzz.
No,
like
it's snoring.
Anti-gravity.
Good night snoring.
All that.
Okay, so I was in the Atlanta Union yesterday.
Oh, good.
I saw Bruce Hink, who owns Mia Zaz.
Yes.
It's Express. They have a place down the basement of the Union.
Oh, wow.
As opposed to Wright and Green. And Bruce is, he was doing chocolate-covered strawberries.
Oh, yeah.
But he's got the pizzas going on. It's just really something, the kind of entrepreneur that guy is. He did Delights back in the day. Andy Richter was scooping ice cream for him.
Uh-huh.
And he then later co-hosted with Conan O'Brien.
Right. The sidekick who's the announcer.
He was scooping ice cream for Bruce Hink.
Look at that. You my guy.
Great guy, wonderful entrepreneur, and really, really knows business. He's fun to be around. But, yeah, it's basement of the Atlanta Union kind of went to the library mode. Now it's picking back up after COVID.
Right.
But now they got food places down there, and he's one of them.
Is that acai bowl?
Upstairs. They're upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah. They've got the corner thing. That must be a real premium spot.
Right.
It's right when you walk in the door.
Uh-huh. Used to be just a food truck back in the day.
Just an observation. The kids look like they're 12. I mean, they really, and even the old graduate people, they look like they're 14.
And someone ran into me on campus looking at their phone and not looking where they're going. Really?
Anecdotally, I'm saying 30% have something in their ear. And a total of 50% are doing something on their phone and or ears.
That's it.
I don't think that's safe. I mean, particularly for riding a bike.
And you got to know what's happening around you for a few minutes as you go from one area to another.
For me to utter the words I just said, it sounds like, hey, oh God, you're on my grass. Get off my yard.
You're wearing your black socks
like
with your Birkenstocks.
I was by far the oldest guy on campus.
Yeah,
by far.
I know.
It was like walking around going, wait a minute, you look like you're 11.
We're dinosaurs. What can we say?
What happened? I used to be cool.
Hey, you're doing the CrossFit thing. You are keeping up with the youth.
Trying to.
All good,
Although
Stevie.
I told some sorority girls to have a great Thanksgiving, so.
Okay.
Bummer.
Instead of Valentine's.
Yeah, I said that's what happens as you get older. Thank you, Diana.
Enjoy the day.
I'm Stevie J. Have a great Thursday. This is a familiar sound in Illinois.
Cold snap grappling with heavy snowfall while bracing themselves for a significant winter storm.
The snow will come, but you need to go to work, to school, to the store, to care for family. When the weather's rough, you need a vehicle that's tough. Sarah of Champaign wants to put you in an Outback, Forester, Crosstrek, or Ascent. There are so many reasons why a Subaru SUV is the best vehicle to drive during winter months. Standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, vehicle dynamics control, 8.7 inches of ground clearance, and available X mode for when the snow is extra deep. That adds up to performance and safety. Don't wait for the next storm warning. If you have to get where you're going, no matter the weather, see the huge selection and great deals at Sarah Subaru today. Route 45 in Savoy, or online at sarahsubaruchampaign.com.
Tapman's Towing reminds all Illini fans, when you're on the road and see lights flashing, move over and use caution passing. Let's all get home safe tonight.
Hi, I'm Troy Lands from Lands Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Underground Solutions. Are you tired of dealing with leaky faucets, basement flooding, bursting or leaking pipes? From plumbing maintenance and repairs to installing new water heaters and sump pumps, our goal is to get you up and running as soon as possible. At Lands Plumbing, we have 24/7 emergency service and a team of highly skilled professionals that will work with you to get the job done right the first time. I'm Troy Lands. You can count on my company because you can count on me.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
On Friday, July 26th, Josh Turner and Tiger Lily Gold are coming to the Champaign County Fair. Tickets go on sale February 16th. Win them before you buy them with Stevie Jay Broadcasting. As you text in FAIR to 217-359-2255. Win them before you buy them February 16th. Josh Turner at the Champaign County Fair, Friday night, July 26th. ChampaignCountyFair.cc for details.
During challenging times, family and health come first. This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Many of us have spent the past year feeling a little bit out of control. There are steps you can take to help plan for a better financial future. Now is the time to take action and create a financial plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
ILLINI. Cheer on the Illini and Pia's. The pregame fun starts at Pia's Sports Bar and Grill. Pia serves up its famous 10-ounce Slugger Burger along with great wings and so much more. Enjoy 350 22-ounce light and course light drafts every home and away Illini game. Watch the game at Pia's or ride the free shuttle to all home games. You'll find it all at Pia's with live video gaming, sports, food, drinks, and fun. See you at Pia's, West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too.